gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, your 5-time Ramble Mania Women's Heavyweight Champion of the World, Katie Kaboom, with a 12-1 score from Mania predictions this past weekend. Happy week after Mania, everyone. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, the one that holds no bars, Mr. Abe from Detroit.
What up, though? Hell of a WrestleMania weekend. Got a lot to talk about today.
Oh my God. First of all, how did you feel when it was all over?
When it was all over, it gave me a sense of this is a new era. This felt different. It felt like everything was organized, thought about. There wasn't no what the fuck moments. It really gave me a sense of this is Triple H's WWE.
And with that, like, not only was this supposedly the highest grossing WrestleMania ever, The Rock made like $90 million in stock. And then on top of that, because of everything Punk said on the Ariel Mawani show, and it got proven that Punk is a liar, you got now heat from AEW coming to the E.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. I wish they would not use that and just let it go. Shit happened last year, but
I don't mind it though, because it's not like they did it salaciously and they're like, right. Yo, CM Punk said this. Like, they act like, I was talking with my boyfriend about it, they actually wove it into the storyline. Instead of saying, one person caught, like, saying his name out front, they said someone actually caused it, And it wasn't just Jack Perry's fault, because whatever Jack Perry said, but Punk threw the first shot.
Exactly. He instigated the whole thing. He threw the gas on the fire. So when it comes to that aspect, I would say it was Punk's fault, the altercation. But when you listen to the story, I still think, I don't think, I just understand why CM Punk was so upset at Jack Perry. But it is what it is.
According to from what the brief of the interview that I saw that Punk did, right? He was saying he wasn't trying to exert himself as like the big motherfucker in the house. He was, I guess, he said Jack Perry tried to approach him on doing something, and he said no, wait till Wednesday, something like that.
It was like a glass scene. Jack Perry wanted to throw somebody through a rental car window, and CM Punk didn't want to ruin the rental car and have to waste the money and give wrestlers bad names with the rental company. So he said, "Just don't do it. We don't need it."
Exactly.
I kind of understand both points. The young kid wanting to be extreme, the older guy trying to tell him it's not useful, but it is what it is.
But WrestleMania, though.
WrestleMania. The main event was worth the whole price of admission. To me, this was like one of the best put together main events I've ever seen at a WrestleMania. Not even just from a match standpoint, just the whole build up. It was like you usually get a 1 year build up to Mania. This was a 2 year. So the payoff was that much better. That much better.
And you close two storylines with one match. Because the bloodline is finally over.
Are they?
Rock has to go away.
Right.
We still have yet to see Roman.
Right.
No one heard from Jimmy since. No one's heard from Solo. The only person you see from the Samoan dynasty is Jay. And he's got the title shot now against Damian Priest. And shout out to my man Damian Priest representing New York.
Right.
BX, stand up.
I thought about that.
Monk, but stand up.
I thought about that. I heard when we was at the bar, somebody was like, "Yeah, he from New York." I was like, "Yeah, y'all already knew that."
Man, we chilling. And listen, man, Drew's dumb tight.
Right.
because he spent his time fucking trolling CM Punk and thought that was more important. And even Trips said it, yo, bro, you really did this shit. You could have just went into the fucking locker room, but instead you decide you want to torment CM Punk because he can't fucking wrestle. Well, he took the fucking glove off and the brace off and smacked the shit out of you with it.
Right. What's up with that Drew McIntyre crawling like a cat towards CM Punk before they got into it? That was a little P. Diddy-ish.
Yeah, no, that was hella sus. Oh my god.
Right.
I was looking at him and I was like, her?
Hey, yo. Right. Pause.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Even though, did you see his wife?
Who?
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I saw her in the front row.
She's bad.
Yeah.
We were on the feed and we're like, that's him? Ah?
Right. You see him kick CM Punk once he hit Drew, he blew a kiss at her. I was cracking up. Oh man.
If you haven't seen the Ramblemania reactions to WrestleMania, go so on the channel, click below. Check out the Holy Shit podcast where they're gonna probably recap WrestleMania 2, and also any other podcast that Abe might be on that talks about WrestleMania.
Right. We're gonna get WrestleMania content all week long. That's how good this show was.
Oh my god. Highlight of your outside of the main event, what match did you like?
Man, the main event is so on my mind. I need a sec to think about it. I would have to say night 1 or night 2.
You want to break down night? We could break down night 1.
We can do it all together. We should break it down all together. I think all together what I most enjoyed. I think man, it was so much good shit. What can you? I mean, everything was good, top to bottom. But I think I really enjoyed Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. I enjoyed that presentation, and at the end, them calling themselves the Big Three, starting a new group. I enjoyed that.
See, they got the Big Three from Kendrick. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. And Jade Cargill is definitely the Kendrick of the group.
So if she's Kendrick, does that make Naomi, J. Cole, and Bianca Drake?
So Jade is Kendrick, Bianca is Drake, Naomi is J. Cole.
Yeah, because she's too cool. Naomi doesn't get mad. She's just too cool about shit.
But Kendrick and Drake, it's gonna be a war before it's all said and done between them two.
I'm not gonna lie though, I was watching them in the press conference and I'm like, yo, did they drink? Because they're super bubbly and giggly and like besties about to paint their nails.
Yeah, they was kind of turned up. They wasn't as turned up as Jay. You remember when they went overseas, Jay and Cody, that shit was classic.
Yeet.
That shit was classic. That was the drunkest shit I ever seen.
That was the birth of the yeet.
Right. Yeah, but I enjoyed that. I didn't think I would like Sammy. That was pretty good.
No, fuck Sammy. I lost. Listen, I would have had a perfect score. Sammy was the only fucking one that fucked me up. I prefer Gunther to win.
Yeah. I got one thing I didn't like though.
That Gunther didn't win?
I wasn't mad at that. At the beginning, when I thought it was a possibility of Sami Zayn beating Gunther, I thought it would be stupid. But the way the match played out, it was all right. You know, they made it a little believable. But what I didn't like is the tag team turmoil fuck fest ladder match. The
one with Bobby Lashley?
No, I'm talking about for the title belts.
Oh.
That was just I didn't like either winner. Like you got two winners out of this match. You could have picked any.
You don't like Awesome Truth? Why?
I like it for a nostalgic reason. Like, oh, yay. But I don't like it for a competitive ushering in a new era. To me, that's the same old, letting some old guy get it. That could have been on DIY.
Yeah. But Waller and Theory got the SmackDown ones. We don't like them, but that's a new era.
But to me, they don't deserve it. I would give it to them if they were like over to me, but they not. Damian Priest. You got to look at who had the title. Usos, top tag team. Then they passed it on to the New Day. They're not a top tag team, but they're the top faction in the company when they had it. Now it seemed like both titles, they just kind of the whole division just kind of caved because you got two nobody champions. Well, there's somebody, but they're just not their predecessors. They're not the Usos, and they're not the New Day. I mean, the Judgment Day. So to me, the tag division, the title, it just went down. But it technically did go down because I guess it's not undisputed no more. These are just regular ass tag teams.
I mean, but they're still tag team champions of their division, and I think it's better like that because it's not like how, unless they decide one day they're going to unify the big belt, right, like they used to, and then have it both brands fighting, but then it's going to suck. Yeah.
When DIY came out in those DX uniforms, I just wanted them to win just because of that alone, man.
I think that's beautiful. That shit was with Ciampa looking like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Now that's over. That little gimmick, that's been over. So it should have been DIY. And I'd have took an Awesome Truth. They're not that bad, but I like to see the young guys get it.
I want to see what they're going to do with Waller and Theory. I really do. Because it's like they're like the heelish good guys, kind of.
Right.
You know, they're not a full heel, but yet they help other people.
Yeah, they get them over. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take Theory seriously for his win over Cena. I never will.
Out of the two of them, though, I would say he has the higher ceiling.
Oh, yeah. Because now they're pushing Waller. If they were pushing Waller and Theory at the same time, it'd be a different story. You know, that right. When it comes I didn't mean to do that, I swear. I was trying to clean the ash off my laptop. Sorry. So, like, if that day where one of them is going to turn on each other, you know, had they been both pushed at the same time, that shit would have been crazy.
Right.
You know, maybe it would have been a triple threat match at Mania as opposed to just Theory.
Yeah, I agree with you in that. How did you feel about Rhea Ripley retaining?
Go, mommy! I love her. I'm sorry. I was playing her theme all fucking week of leading to Mania week.
Right.
Like, that shit bopped so hard.
Yeah, I heard rumors Becky was sick and almost didn't even wrestle. I
mean, I feel like she needs a break too. Yeah. But I was watching, was it the Slammies? Or it was something that weekend where Rhea was talking about ushering in the new era. Like, she's not discrediting what Becky, Bayley, Charlotte did, but now it's a new time where the fresh talent needs to get a view on it. Because think of it like this. Before them, it was Paige, AJ Lee.
Yep.
Alicia Fox. Don't ask me what's before that because I've been smoking.
Yep.
Women's
division is solid right now.
You got Jade fucking Cargill on your roster.
Hey, they're pretty stacked.
Like, she's a diamond in the rough, yes. Like, she's a storm at what she does. Does she still need training? Yeah, everyone does.
I got a sleeper who I think everybody's looking at Jade like, oh, she's the next big one. I got a sleeper who I think will be bigger than Jade. They both debuting pretty much around the same time.
Who?
I think Tiffany Stratton is gonna be a mega fucking star, man. I'm telling you, when Tiffy time gets rolling,
You love Tiffany Stratton,
I'm
don't you?
telling you, I see her character when I was watching her develop in NXT. The whole time I was just saying, this is it's bigger than NXT. Her sarcasm, her character play, then the fact that she is a professional athlete. Jade, not so much. You know, uh, Tiffy was gymnastics, Olympic trained, so she can do this type of shit. I just like her, man. I just got a big investment in her. I think she's gonna be big.
I'm sorry. So you know that O.J. Simpson died today, right?
Hell yeah, I heard about that right before I got on. I was looking at my phone. I was like, what the fuck? OJ?
I wrote in my group chat that the Juice died.
Right.
They thought I meant Orange Cassidy.
Oh my god. Juice. Funny when you just said Juice, I didn't think of Orange. I thought of OJ the Juice Man. I'm like, okay.
It's still weird.
Yeah, it is.
But I think that was just weird, and I felt Mr. C's more because everyone in hip hop was crying yesterday.
Yeah, I bet, especially out there in New York.
Like, I'm here hitting people up like, yo, you good?
Right. Yeah, I bet out in New York out there, that was probably big.
Rest in peace, Mr. C.
R.I.P.
But you really stuck with Tiffany Stratton, man.
I'm telling you, she's the future. Future. When people see it, they go like, "Oh, that's what Abe was talking about."
How do you feel about LA Knight versus AJ Styles?
This was a solid match. It did what it was supposed to do. Kind of like what I was talking about with the tag team title match. Put over the people that need to be put over. You know what I mean? Like LA Knight right there. Let him get the win over a solid top tier performer. Let him roll into the next pay-per-view, maybe challenge for the US against Logan Paul or something like that. But beautiful. I enjoyed that thoroughly. What I really enjoyed about that match more than a fighting anything was fucking AJ's new music. That shit went hard.
I didn't get to hear it because the boys. Sorry, the boys wouldn't shut up over it.
Man, AJ's music was hard as fuck.
We'll play this off the scenes. That way we don't get copyrighted.
Right.
Hold on, let me pause this really quick because I have to clock. So we talked LA Knight. We talked. All right. I got much respect for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah, let's get into it.
That camaraderie though, like even though they fucked each other up, like from KO giving him the ride on the golf cart from Friday and at Mania, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that was good comedy. That whole match was entertaining. And then like with new WWE, I liked how they in touch with the pulse of the culture. Cause to have Speed show up and take an RKO at WrestleMania, that was very aware of what's going on right now in the culture. So I appreciate that newness of it. And Logan is serious, man. I'm not for sure people giving him his due, but he is not a celebrity wrestler anymore. He is one of the guys to me. I don't really look at him like a gimmick.
It stopped being a gimmick a while ago because the moment he said "Shut up, Philadelphia,"
yeah,
that's how you knew. Oh, he don't like the crowd.
Yep.
Ooh, they're gonna get a fuck you. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And he's made that U.S. title something. You watch UFC events, you watch boxing events. When he shows up, he has that title on his shoulder. So he's bringing WWE fans into worlds that they don't belong. Ringside at UFC or at a boxing event, or I think he was at the Grammys and he had the belt on him. So that's huge. I I salute Logan. A lot of people can't make that transition, but he did flawlessly.
Overall, I think even with that storyline, and we're gonna get into it later, clearly, but they made it all connect.
Yeah. I know they got SummerSlam. I think what is it, SummerSlam in Cleveland? One of these big shows coming up is in Cleveland, so I know he's gonna hold that title until then, or maybe lose it and win it back then. I'm not for sure, but Logan's gonna be a big presence in that Cleveland show.
I just hope that, like, I don't like that they kind of screwing up the program with WrestleMania Backlash being the fucking French show.
Oh yeah. You're right. Do we have any France wrestlers on the roster right now? I'm trying to think. Or French.
Repeat that.
Do we have any French wrestlers on the roster right now? Who's going to get that mysterious push for that show?
Hey Siri. Who in the WWE is of French descent?
Oh, that guy who was with Carmella. I remember him. He was
Scarlett Bordeaux.
Oh, Scarlett?
Scarlett's from France.
Oh, okay.
You
know we're going to get a Maurice sighting.
Of course. But that means Awesome Truth is going to get another push?
Probably.
Aye.
Yep. Speaking of Scarlett, let's get into that match. We had AOP versus the Final no. Bobby and the Boys versus the Final Testament. How'd you feel about that?
It was alright. I expected more.
Yeah.
What about you?
Filler. I mean, one thing I'm just glad that they gave Bobby and the Boys the win, because this whole stupid storyline been going on for too long. At least they got the payoff, and they the ones who got the victory. But fucking what's the name? Dawkins and Ford, they need to be taken serious in this new era. So hopefully they get some type of serious tag team run or something, because they're falling off a bit here.
I mean, when they had their championship run, they were taken seriously.
Yeah.
I love the Solo Cup gimmick, but I feel like for a while, right, it was just like watching the New Day with the pancakes.
They need to, and another thing, they seriously need to separate. It's starting to get very obvious, especially after this TV show with Bianca and Montez, that Tez is a star. Every second he's in that tag team, he is wasting a main event solo career. So he definitely needs to, at some point, separate from Dawkins, because Tez is headed to the stars, man.
Listen, he could be a star and still be in the tag team.
He could, but a mega star needs to be on his own.
Don't do my man Dawkins like that.
Dawkins, he ain't it.
No, stop it. That's so mean.
He's not it. He is Matt. He is Christian. He's the other guy. He's not.
Don't do that, because Christian Cage is killing it right now in AEW. He's like...
He is.
There was a meme, right? And I'm going to find it to put it here and post at it, right? But there's a meme where it had Cody saying, "My dad is not here." And under it is like, it's Christian Cage saying, "I heard you need a daddy."
Right. Oh, that's funny. I wish I'd have saw that.
It's hilarious.
Right. Yeah.
And we all knew that Seth and Drew's going to be a squash up until the CM Punk part. Oh, shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You know, even though I expected Damien to cash in, I don't know why I sat there surprised, like I didn't know it was coming, but it still felt good, you know?
You know why you were surprised? Because it was really leading towards the end of the taunt thing, and we're like, oh, fuck, maybe he's really going to stay champion.
Right. I'd have been pissed. I think it was you that said it. Like, what if he cashed in on Cody? That'd have been the worst mistake ever.
If he did, yeah. What the fuck is he even cashing on Cody for it?
That'd have been the worst. But yeah, that match was solid. And I was actually, I feel like that match hit all angles. You got Seth, he got to sail away. You got Drew finally got his moment. I felt like that was a real moment. He got to hold the belt. And then you got to put over Damian Priest and get his career started. So that match was a home run.
Overall, A+.
Yep. Speaking of champions, though, how'd you feel about Bayley defeating Io Sky?
My girl got the belt.
Yeah, she killed it. She came out with the Phoenix, the Pharaoh, people carrying her. That was pretty dope.
That was an amazing entrance.
Yeah. Shout out to Bayley.
Let me get the applause.
What else? I feel like we're missing a couple of matches here.
We did Gunther and Sammy. We did KO. We did. I mean, the Usos was just Super Kick-A-Mania.
Yeah. I will speak on that, though. That match disappointed me. I felt like for brothers, the story, trust me, the story was great. The intro to the match was phenomenal. But I'm just talking about the athleticism, the wrestling of the match, choreography. That was sloppy to me. I felt like to be twins, you should have been practicing for this shit your whole life,
Like
that match kind of let me down from an athletic standpoint. Like you said, it was just Super Kick City.
It was funny because, I thought their fighting would be like if you pick the same character in Marvel vs. Capcom. So you would see like them fight to their full potential or like two Super Saiyan Gokus. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. But shout out to the story. Hell of a story.
All of it was a good story, though.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, the whole bloodline reign, if we're at the end, the intermission, whatever it is, we just got to respect it for one of the greatest storylines in wrestling history. I mean, you put it up there with NWO, Horseman, anything. Dusty, Rick, all that shit.
Sir, are you ready?
Let's do it.
In the name of Bob Marley, the Ramblemania gods, those who are signing our future paychecks, I now pronounce this with SmackDown in the Ramble Zone for our Go Home episode leading to WrestleMania XL in the sold-out Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. On tap for tonight is the latest annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which that was bullshit, by the way. That should have been during Mania.
Yeah.
The KO show with Kevin Owens and special guest Randy Orton, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus the New Catch Republic, Zelina Vega versus Elektra Lopez. That sounds like a stripper name, by the way. As well as the main event, Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa, and the final build-up to WrestleMania XL. Our usual then, now, forever together bullshit comes up and we go into SmackDown. We see a package from Meek Mill, video cold open package welcoming us in Philadelphia to WrestleMania week. We shoot live into the Wells Fargo Center in Philly for the first time with Corey Graves and Wade Barrett. Then you hear my baby daddy's theme music play. And here comes out Kevin Owens, a.k.a. the prize fighter. He heads to the ring, which is decked out with the set of his talk show segment, The KO Show. Owens welcomes us to The KO Show and introduces his guests. With that said, the entrance tune for Randy Orton plays, and the Viper, Randy Orton, settles inside the squared circle and takes a seat in one of the two chairs in the middle of the ring. And, of course, in Kevin Owens' fashion, being sarcastic, look, this is the best shares that money can buy. They spin.
Right.
While that's happening, you hear, and it's definitely not the pipe chants, you hear a whole crowd of Logan sucks.
Yeah, he had hella heat during this. You could tell. I love a match when it's clear who's the heel, who's the baby face. I don't like that muddy shit. So Logan, kudos to you for solidifying your position, one of the top heels in the company.
Yeah. They too agree that Logan is a fucking dickhead. So then we see somebody off camera laughing, and you see in the screen that it's fucking Logan Paul all the way in the center where they did WrestleMania. So pretty much they said, you know what? I'm not. Do you want to wait for Mania? Randy's like, no. Kevin said, let's book it. They jumped on a golf cart or whatever that trolley was, and they rode all the way to the WrestleMania center.
Shout out to the trolley.
And then I don't know out of nowhere, fucking Austin Theory and Grayson Waller come from the mat. Like,
right.
What are you doing down there? That was hella sus.
Yeah, that was. It was hey yo.
Why are you seeing two grown men under a mat?
Right.
I mean, they just literally had Meek Mill on after everything with the Diddy.
Right. Hey yo. They had Meek all on TV.
Obviously, he's gonna have to clear up his that's PR.
Right.
PR at work.
Yeah. That was a good little funny segment. Did its job.
Listen, I feel like I want Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to keep this on going. They could be friends, but they know they're gonna fuck each other up.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
100%.
We go to a stupid commercial break and we head into our Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm so disappointed that this was during SmackDown. I'm not even gonna lie.
You wanted it on Mania, huh?
I'm one of those people that's one thing that should have stayed on Mania.
Yeah.
If we're gonna split it in 2 days, that's cool. Whatever, fine. But this, they should have. Nah, come on.
Right. Did you feel the winner was deserving?
Oh yeah. You don't think Bronson Reed deserves
it? Yeah. I think he deserves it. I like him. I don't love him yet, but I like him. I think he got potential, but they got to figure out something with him.
I don't like they put so much emphasis when Omos came out of the ring, though.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares? I saw that too. Like it was like a big deal. Like, oh, here comes Omos. Take it. Then MVP took his hood off. Yeah, like what the hell was that?
Like where you been all year?
Right, like you just some beast incarnate or something.
Listen, man. One day you're gonna see fucking Brock Lesnar come back out of nowhere.
That's definitely. I'm hearing this in the works. He's clearing his name, making everything right. So he'll definitely be back.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
I mean, I like hearing the stories about him and his daughter, though. I'm not gonna front.
Oh yeah, man, that's his twin, man. Jeez, if she comes to WWE, whoo, money, easy money.
Brock Lesnar's daughter versus Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, yeah, that'll be a good one.
But let me go into the battle royal before I start making fantasy matches in my head.
Right.
So we had the Pretty Deadly come in. They eliminated themselves. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo got eliminated quick from the battle royal. Grimes was thrown out pretty early in. Where the fuck did Apollo Crews come from?
Out of nowhere. Out of clear.
They're up.
Right.
So Otis knocks him down and does the caterpillar spot for another big pop, but Ivar fucked it up. Moments later, Reed got the win with the final elimination. He stood next to the massive trophy at ringside as the commentators just fucking kept going and going and going.
Yeah. Let's see what he does with it.
Now we're back to our adventures of Kevin Owens and Logan Paul and Randy Orton. Um, we see the video packages that were showing Monday Night Raw's episode with The Rock and Roman Reigns fucking up Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins once again. Once it was done, we see Logan Paul walking up the hall backstage with a smile on his face, and the commentators pointing out that he's backstage at the Wells Fargo Center right now, and apparently has been all along. As we likely discover that he filmed the segment we saw earlier from the Lincoln Financial Field earlier that day, where Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are on their way to. On that note, we go into another commercial break.
Stupid commercial.
Listen, man, they're really taking that storyline seriously.
Yeah.
When we return,
shout out to the commercial break.
Shout out to the commercial break. I hate you. We return back. Hold on. So we come back. Logan is selling in the ring, and he calls everyone in Philadelphia stupid, just like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. He said they are so stupid. They're at the Lincoln Financial Center trying to find me when I've been here all along. He said that his boys Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are about to meet up with Orton and Owens along with the camera crew. He said if we're timid at the sight of violence to turn away, but then directs our attention to the big screen where we see Theory and Waller befuddled and confused. They talk into the camera and tell Logan they've looked everywhere and can't find them. After a few seconds, the crowd behind Paul kept popping. The camera pans and we see Owens and Orton coming out from under the ring inside the Wells Fargo Center. Logan Paul hadn't fucking noticed, but after a few seconds he does, and he freaks out and tries to dip out of the ring. But Owens stops him and slams him into the motherfucking barricade and throws him into the ring, where Orton kicks him as he turns into a stunner from Owens and an RKO from Orton.
I saw that stunner and RKO coming a mile away. Good comedy relief segment.
I like that they're implementing more things, and it's not just straight promo, but it's also not straight wrestling.
Right. That segment where they were riding around in the golf cart, it kind of gave me a AEW Stampede match feel a little bit.
Listen, man, let's get this forbidden door open the way we're all talking.
No, you might want to close it now, man. AEW seems like they are a sinking ship.
Oh man. We shoot backstage and we see Carlito leaning over Dragon Lee. Members of the LWO and Nick Aldis show up. They ask if Santos Escobar and Gato de Fantasma did this. He says he doesn't know, but it must have been. Meanwhile, the LWO scene plays, and we're told they have to head out to the ring. Rey Mysterio and the members lead off with Zelina Vega, who's scheduled for a one-on-one in our next match of the evening. Carlito hangs out with Dragon Lee, who's still on the ground. Inside the arena, Vega makes her way to the ring, accompanied by Rey Mysterio. On that note, wait, what happened?
I thought Carlito was the one that attacked him.
It's going to lead to Carlito turning heel in the LWO.
Yeah, I see that brewing.
When we come back from the break, we see Zelina going with forearm shots and kicks before taking her back down with back-to-back clotheslines. Lopez takes over for a few minutes. Vega gets into a big shot and looks like she's going to finish this up until Dominic Mysterio, who is in Lopez's corner with Santos Escobar and Andrade, distracts her on the apron. This leads to Lopez getting the win over Elektra. After the match, Dom and Andrade, along with Santos Escobar, join Alexa in the ring to celebrate the win. Rey Mysterio goes to check on Zelina, and as he does, he is attacked from behind by Dirty Dom and Escobar. Andrade watches on. Dom ends up pushing him, leading to him laying out Dom and Santos. He takes his sport coat off and a big pop stands beside Ray and Zelina.
Yeah, that was dope. I'm not sure about how Charlotte feel about Zelina wrapping her legs around her husband in celebration, but hey.
Listen, man, they back though. Remember how many years ago was it when she played his manager?
Yeah, they killed it. They should have never broke up, but I'm glad to see them back together. He needs a manager, so that's perfect.
And Zelina's married to Aleister Black, so
yeah.
Oh, we here in the backstage with Team Batty 2.0, and whew, once the post-match scene with Andrade, Rey Mysterio, and Zelina Vega fade out, we shoot backstage to see the beautiful Batty 2.0 walking side by side. Corey Graves and Wade Better inform us that they will deliver a message to Damage Control ahead of their WrestleMania XL showdown when we return. With that said, we head into another commercial break, and when we return, we hear the familiar sounds of Naomi's theme music. Out she comes with a banging ass pop. She's joined by Bianca Belair, the EST of the WWE, and they settle into the ring. They talk about their rivalry with Damage Control and mention how Naomi came to help Belair, but that they weren't enough to deal with Damage Control because they were outnumbered. They mention how someone else came through to help even things up. With that said, we hear the theme of the storm, the one and only Jade Cargill.
Fire.
Look at that. Out comes the newest addition to the women's roster, and the Blue Brand wearing a cowboy hat just like Belair and Naomi. And they talk about how Damage Control are now in the eye of the storm, and they're going to go to war at WrestleMania XL this Saturday in their 6-women tag team showdown. Take that, bitches.
Man, they were trying to get Beyonce's attention so bad with that whole cowboy get up.
Cowboy Carter.
Right.
So we head to the backstage arena where we see a super yeeted Jey Uso, and I believe he was walking down with his kid.
Yeah, that was his kid, his youngest.
Yeah. He says he has now come to your city and mentions how tonight he's gonna whoop up on his brother Solo Sikoa as a tune-up for this motherfucking weekend. And then he's gonna whoop his brother Jimmy at WrestleMania XL.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd asked for the yeet, and he asked the crowd for the yeet, and the yeet he got back into the Wells Fargo Center, the scene for the new Catch Republic hits, and here comes the big strong boy, Ayo.
Ayo.
Tyler Bate and the Bruiserweight. They need to change this guy's name because I can't do this every week.
Hey, this big strong boy shit is ridiculous, man. Ayo. Pause.
As they settle into the square circle, we shift gears to another break. When we return, we see Ray and Andrade in the LWO locker room. Learn via text that Dragon Lee is not medically cleared and won't be able to compete in the scheduled tag match at WrestleMania XL.
Keep your eye on Carlito and poisonous apples.
Zelina Vega asks Ray what the hell we gonna do, telling him he can't wrestle Dominic Mysterio and Santos by himself. Andrade goes no worries because he will take the place, and Ray is fucking lit about this. And in comes Carlito, who asked if Ray heard the news. Ray said he did, and Andrade stepped up. Carlito's fucking tired.
Mm-hmm.
But he fights back and acts if he's happy with the plan. But you know he's really not, and we know where this is going.
Yep.
How long more you think it's gonna be going on, man?
When is Cinco de Mayo?
2 more weeks.
We got to keep it to at least then. At least then. We got to have our Spanish representation on the network, so at least till Cinco we'll be seeing more of them.
Until Cinco de Drinko?
Yep.
Will you be having your margarita for that episode?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3?
Maybe 3.
Okay. So then in Bait though, they start off strong for like a minute, and then we see the action spill out to the floor where Siri and Waller got the offense. Siri slams Bait into the barricade and the commentary desk. Waller hits up a big follow-up spot. The crowd boos as we head to another break. When we come back, we see Waller fucking up Bait. Siri tags in and picks up where he left off. After a few minutes, Bait makes the much-needed tag to Dune. The Bruiserweight comes in, takes over, leading to he and Bait connecting with the Birmingham double team finisher for the win.
Nice little build-up match.
No, Siri, I don't fucking want... I'm here talking wrestling. Fuck you, Siri.
Right.
So rude. After the match wraps up, we see the Judgment Day hit the ring. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Rhea, aka Mommy, all collectively beat everyone down in the ring, weakening the competition ahead of the six-pack challenge ladder match of the tag team titles at WrestleMania XL. Yep.
Going down.
And then we see LA Knight. Yeah. There's a little video package that goes down that looks into the story leading to the Bayley and Io Sky showdown for the Women's Championship. After that, we see Jimmy Uso hyping up Solo ahead of his main event match against main event Jey Uso. On that note, we head to another break. When we return, we hear the familiar sounds of LA Knight. With that said, the Megastar makes his way and heads to the ring as footage of his brawl with AJ Styles from last week is shown.
Yeah, they was going at it at the WrestleMania store, I think it was, or something.
Yeah, the media event.
A media event, yeah. So there was a lot of tension being built up with this match. I appreciate that. I like it when a fight starts, it's like it's personal tension on the line. They have really portrayed that in the storyline.
Whew. He cut the promo explaining why WrestleMania XL, we will all see who the game is, with everyone saying LA Knight, yeah, same old stuff from the Megastar here. After this, we see a response video from Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, and B-Fab to the one from Final Testament earlier tonight, promoting the Philadelphia Street Fight at WrestleMania XL.
Shout out for B-Fab for getting rid of the red hair and glowing blonde.
B-Fab's so beautiful.
I appreciate that. That red was distracting though.
You ready, sir?
Let's do it.
It is time for the main event. Comes out the fans singing the theme song and doing the wave. When we return back from the break, we see a compilation of all the videos from the coverage of WrestleMania XL on Saturday and Sunday. We shoot back to Graves and Barrett, who run down the lineups for WrestleMania XL Night and 2. Then Solo Sikoa's theme hits, out comes the enforcer of the Bloodline, accompanied by Jimmy Uso. He settles in the ring and the bell sounds to get brother versus brother main event. Come on, and the match is off and running. Jey Uso gets to a hot start, really getting the offense to Solo with a ferocious flurry coming out of the gate. It isn't long, however, before fucking Solo got his lick back and dominated Jey on the floor to the ringside. On that note, we shift gears, a stupid commercial match break. When we return, we still see Solo dominating the offense, which is resumed back in the ring. Jey starts to fight back with the crowd chanting, yeet, 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 as each shot lands from main event Jey. Sikoa cuts off his offensive comeback short, and he begins pummeling his older brother once again. Uso flattened in the corner of the ring and stalks him from the opposing corner and waits for him to get up. As he does, he sprints full stream ahead at him, but Uso sidesteps him as Solo Sikoa crashes into the turnbuckles with authority. From there, Uso starts to fight back again, and the more we heard the loud Yee chants from the sold-out Philly crowd as each shot he throws lands. He hits a hip attack on Sikoa into the corner for a close 2 count. Sikoa hits a Samoan drop to slow Uso down. He goes for the Samoan spike, but Uso avoids it and takes over. Uso starts to fire up with rapid punches and repeated Yee chants. He lays out the enforcer going for the win.
Solid main event. I like the brothers being in it. I like main event. Jey Uso in the main event. That's where he needs to be.
He deserves it.
Yep. Definitely.
Let's see. So we see Jimmy and Solo now, though, after the match, fucking up main event Jey Uso. As all of this is happening, Cody Rhodes' theme song hits, and him and Seth Rollins come to make the save. Cody and Seth beat the fuck out of Jimmy and Solo. When they do, we see Cody reach under the shirt and he begins taking off his custom weight belt. He goes to whip him, but he stops. He hit a cross line. He hits a crossroads after throwing the belt to Rollins. Rollins begins whipping Jimmy with the belt, and Jay hits an Uso splash on Jimmy. Fans cheer for Cody as he grabs the mic to close out the show. 40 years of mania. Can you fucking feel that? He says, talk about the pressure tomorrow night. Himself and his tag team partner and friend, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, are going to slap the final boss, The Rock, so hard that his ego lifts far out of his body and the soul that he remembers what it's like to be a motherfucking people's champion.
Ooh, bars.
He also promises to shatter the foundation of the bloodline, and on Sunday he's going to dethrone the tribal chief Roman Reigns. The fans chant, Cody, Cody, Cody. He says he's fighting for every single fan who believed in him. He says, my dream was to become a champion this Sunday. Know this, that one when good story ends, an even better one begins. And that's how we close out the show.
It was a great lead-up show. Hit all the angles. And shout out to Seth's wardrobe designer who consistently tries to just outdo himself every week with this fuckery. I don't know what the hell Seth was wearing.
Yo, his Mania outfit was fucking crazy.
Every outfit is crazy. I don't know who his stylist is. I thought he was crazy. Now I'm starting to think he might be a genius. I don't know.
I think so. But
Good show.
It was a good show. It was a good Mania. I hope Seth Rollins can finally rest. I hope Roman Reigns can rest because it has come out that his leukemia has come back again.
Yep, I heard that. So
Seth Rollins has been wrestling with a fucked up spine for a while. I really hope, right, this new generation of champions really take it and push it as far as they can. Because I saw the Rock promo with Cody and I was just like, yo, shit. Like, you felt it. When he said, don't break my heart again over him choosing fucking Roman over Seth. You know, and they're building up anticipation for a future main event.
That's coming. You can see it. Rock, Cody, that's gotta happen.
He's like, you are my boss. Yeah. And I am the champion. But I'm your champion.
There were moments in this build-up where I actually was looking forward to Rock Cody more than Roman Cody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how good Rock definitely.
Did. Yeah.
Like, I feel like The Rock demasculated Roman a little bit with this storyline.
Yeah.
So now I feel like when he goes and eventually gets the title reign again, Like it would be the Roman Cody match, the Roman Rock match that we wanted. Cause you took away like my authority.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, it's so funny how before all this Mania hype started and Rock came back, we were craving Rock versus Roman. That was the ideal dream match. But Cody has done such a good job during this build-up. He spent the narrative to where I think people are more interested in Rock Cody now than Roman Cody. Roman Rock kind of has no life right now. You know? Why do we want to see Rock versus Roman? We want to see Rock versus Cody. So shout out the guy in the background. Oh, this way. The guy in the back.
Adrenaline in my soul.
He deserves everything he's getting right now. It's very light, but I can hear it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But that's what SmackDown and SmackDown.
That's that. We did it.
We finally got through it. First of all,
if you all knew all the computer issues we were having, the delays, but we did it.
I saw it. Listen, at least I figured this shit out on my laptop.
Yeah, we got it working. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I just hate that my iMac is suffering for me trying to do something, though.
It'll be all right.
People can't afford money for a new desktop, bro. Like, come on, tax money ain't hit yet, bro. Let's go.
And you ain't say PC, you said a Mac.
Well, you know, unfortunately, Macs can handle more when it comes to video editing that I feel like a PC can do. But then you could probably argue me on that.
No, I'm with you. I'm 100%.
You know, and that,
my whole studio setup is all Mac.
Like now, this is like my main computer, like that I was doing a lot on, and now it's not working, and I'm just like so depressed.
It'll be back. Don't worry. Better than ever.
I hope so. It still says less than a minute remaining.
You'll be all right.
But to the millions of Ramble Zone fans across the world, where can they find you, Mr. Abe?
You can find me on all of my social media platforms at ABE from DET. And you can also catch me with Coach DTM, Chuck Jordan, and Ron T. the Icon on the Holy Shit podcast every day, giving you your professional wrestling news. And also, look out, real soon it's coming. My live solo podcast will be very soon. Look out for that.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. That wasn't the one. Fuck. I'm trying to applaud you.
There we go.
What's up, world? It's your homegirl, Ivy. Thank you for tuning into What's SmackDown on SmackDown. You can find me everywhere at www.rawzonenyc.com or find us on Instagram at rawzonenyc. You can catch us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, wherever you may look us up. Search for Rawzone Media. As for the boys from Ramble Mania Show, you can find us on Instagram at RambleMania Show. Find us on Twitter at RambleMania. Facebook.com/RambleMania Show, as well as our group RambleMania Show's Banter Club, where we and the wrestlers and podcasters that we associate with post all of our goings on. For audio, we are everywhere audio is found. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Anchor, everywhere audio is found. Search RambleMania Show or Banter Club. For video, we are on Spotify Video, twitch.tv/RambleMania Show, and search RambleMania Show on our YouTube. And once you're here, like the videos, click subscribe, click on the bell so all of our content goes straight to you. Remember, we just dropped our WrestleMania reactions live with DJ Epps. Make sure you tune in. Here's an applause for our co-host once again, Mr. Abe from DET, who's joined the Ramble Mania family.
Here we go.
My next title defense will be at AEW Dynasty, which I think that's a real stupid name, but we're just gonna go with it. Hopefully, Abe, you can join us.
Yeah.
From myself, from Abe, from DET, we bid y'all a good night and a too sweet and a good fight.
And that's all I got to say about that.
And if you don't tune in, you are a
dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.